everybody, welcome back to Bertie Budget. My Suzuki, a couple of days ago, we did the Great Yarmouth Wheels Festival, 220 mile round trip, and she did absolutely fine. Few dead flies on her, but yeah, really good for a 250. Anyway, today I've got a couple of bits for the Zontes, which hopefully will get it to MOT standard. So we have a new clutch cable. That's a proper one for this bike, should fit fine. Petrol tap, not the proper one for this bike. I'm just hoping it fits. Measurements on the website seems to suggest it would. So we are going to go ahead and fit both of those things on. There's a little bit of fuel in the bike, and I can't be bothered to take the tank off, so I'm going to try and set it up and lean it over. Hopefully the fuel will run to one side and job's good. Right, let me get that set up and we'll come back. Right, we've got the bike leaning over on the side of the shed there. I don't know if that's going to be enough to stop the fuel leaking out, but we'll find out soon enough, won't we? So let's make a start. Right, let me grab some pliers. Let's just hope this tap fits. Alright, that's off. And we're right by the side of a public footpath just outside my back gate there, so you may hear the odd person wandering past. So, two 8mm bolts hold this on. Come on, get on your sod. If this fails, if this doesn't fit, I might try and do a JB weld bodge job and make this one stop leaking, but we'll see. Oh, here we go, we're pissing, oh for fuck's sake, pissing petrol out everywhere. I thought that would have just a small amount in, would not do that. Oh bollocks. Right, let me just see if I can get that leant over a little bit further. Oh, it's absolutely hooning out. I think we can call this a fail. Fuck's sake. Right, I'll nip that up. Right, I've got a pipe somewhere. Should have done this in the first place. Right. Lovely smell though, petrol. Nothing. Maybe I've already lost it all. Right. Let's just release that again and see if we get anything coming out. keep it away from that side panel, because that's just black rattle can spray paint, and the old petrol will fetch that straight off. I'm hoping to get this booked in for an MOT this week. And then I might throw a bit of tax on it and then use it for a little while, just as a sort of a shakedown, if you like, just to find out if there's anything wrong with it. So yeah, anyway, the only thing wrong with this fuel tap is that there won't tighten. It just turns and turns and then pisses out of there. So if worst comes to the worst, we can put some JB Weld around there, bodge it up and get ourselves on the road. Okay, right, this is my replacement. It's a slightly different design. It's a generic fuel tap. Not any particular model. I think it come off eBay. Yeah, it must have been eBay, because I've got it. If it was an AliExpress, it would be delivered about Christmas time. Okay, right. So just compare the two. I think that might work. That's going to be the reserve. Noisy buggers. Gasket. Okay. You don't get no screws with it by the looks of things. Right, we've got these little fibre washers here. Presumably they're to go on there. But I'm not going to use them because these bolts that come out the old one, they've got like a little rubber seal on. And I think that might be a better job. Right. See how we get on here. Right, that one started, no problem. As is that one. When you guys are maintaining your Chinese bikes, and I'm sure you experienced guys already know this, if you can't find a part for it, just look at generic parts, because a lot of these Chinese bikes are just made up of generic parts. So, you know, the fuel tap on a Lex Moto, for example, might be exactly the same as one on a Zontes or a Hongdu or whatever shite they want to call them. Okay, that's gone on. I'm probably not going to know whether it's going to leak or not until it's pissing petrol all over the place, but let's pop on the fuel line. Okay, and secure the clip. It's a bit tight fit, but that's no bad thing. Right. Good. The old one, don't throw much away, I'll be honest with you. We'll put that back in that bag and we'll keep it because its parts will come in handy. Right, that switch is in the off position at the moment, so let me pop the bike up onto its main stand, turn it on and see if there's any fuel left in there. You can see running down the pipe. Okay, right, fuel on. Yes, I did see that running down. Okay, start. Right, that's that element done. Any leaks? I can't see any, but we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, right, let me get it back outside my shed and we'll see if we can get that clutch cable on. Right, the old one is part disconnected already, so we will whip that out. Shouldn't take more than a second or two. Good. Come on, let go, you bastard. Right, that's the old one. Again, don't throw nothing away. Might be able to use it on something. Alright, new clutch cable. This came from, it was eBay, but it was either, I think it's China parts on eBay. I could have ordered it direct from their website. In fact, to be honest, I didn't even know it was China parts until it turned up. So, let's connect. Which end will be easiest first? Let's connect the... Behave yourself. Right. So, lever side first. Right, let me just move the camera and I'll turn it on again. Right, that's better. Now, we need to route this properly, so try down there. Take the maximum adjustment to make it easy to fit. So I'm going to wind that nut all the way out. Oh, it don't fit. Right, okay, if we Let's disconnect it from there again. Come on, what's wrong with you? Let go. There we go. Okay, we'll put it in there first. Let's just get me grips again to help me move that over. Okay, that's connected. Might have to do something with that routing, it's still not. Right, let's start the engine up and see if that goes in gear. It probably wants a lot of adjustment, but let's just have a go. Let's pop it in gear now while it's... Oh, might be alright. Let's start it. It's trying to pull away, I can feel it. So it needs to come off a little bit. It's near at the end of its adjustment, so I don't really want to be going much more. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, it's still a bit of drag on it, so really there's no adjustment left on that, which is a bit concerning. It's still got trying to pull away. It'll put right in. I know what it needs, but I don't know if I've got one, and it should have come with a cable. I'm absolutely maxed out on the adjustment down there. There's nothing left. What we need to do is get an adjuster up there on the lever, and there is none. Did the old cable have one on that I can pinch? No, it didn't. No. There's no adjustment part way down the cable either, is there? No. How unfortunate. Would that go in there? What's there? That's not too bad. So, we've got to try and find an adjuster for that lever. I don't know if I've got one. I'm going to have a route around my stash, see what I can find, and then we'll come back. Found one. That's what I'm after. One of them. So, let's see if we can get that on. You would have thought that'd come with the cable, wouldn't you? But I suppose if they can save a penny here and a penny there, that's what they do. Right, I'll see if I can get it on. See if it even fits. Right, I think I'm going to have to disconnect at this end for the time being. Now, does it fit? Yeah, I think it'll work. So, the way these work, in case you didn't know, there's a slot all the way down it, but then if you turn the lock nut, it also opens a slot up on that. Fairly simple. So let's pop that in there. Pop the lever back in. And that gives us adjustment at both ends. Okay, that's on. Good, good. Right, now we've got a lot more adjustment to play with. Right, let's see what we've got now. Doing the complete opposite now. That's actually in gear, the clutch is all the way out. Yeah, the clutch is all the way out now. And there's no drive. So I've got the opposite effect. We've now got to put some adjustment back on this end. I'm beginning to wonder whether the old clutch is worn on this, because it's a spanner. Yeah, there's not much. The gap between having no drive at all and then having some drive is very fine. When I get this going up the road, if I'm finding that the clutch is slipping, we may even end up having to whip the side of that engine off and put another clutch in it. But I might be wrong. Let's see how it goes. So what we're doing here is we're backing off this lock nut. This allows the lever to go back and effectively put more drive. So I'm still in gear. Yes, we are. So there you go. Look, that's in gear. I'm able to move the bike backwards and forwards. So we're going to back this clutch off until we get some drive. Still no? I don't think it's a terribly difficult job to do a clutch on one of these. I think it's dead easy actually. My biggest concern would be as to whether I can actually get a clutch rather than the task involved in fitting it. It's quite ingenious how motorcycle clutches work. pile of plates of friction plates and steel plates stacked together one after the other, and then it's spring loaded, and when you let the clutch out they all crush together, and when you pull the clutch in they free play. Still not there. This is going the other way now. I might run out of adjustment in the other direction. That's it, that's in gear now. Pull the clutch in. Right, let's see if there's any drag on that with the engine running. Yeah. See, when I hit the starter, it's trying to leap forward. So we're going to come slightly back the other way. Excuse me, fucking A further. I think I'm running out of petrol now actually. It's not turned on. Let's turn the petrol on, that'll help, won't it? Wrong way. Right, look, this is boring. I'm going to fuck about. I've got to adjust that clutch up, and then we'll bring you back with the results. Right, that's not good news, guys. Yes, it works. Yes, you can ride it. The clutch is all the way out. It doesn't actually start moving the bike until you've virtually got the clutch all the way out. I'm fairly certain that on a longer test ride that will slip. If I try to adjust it, it just takes the drive away altogether. I think that needs a new clutch, and thinking back to when I bought this bike, the guy took it off the road, didn't really go into why he took it off the road. I suspect he took it off the road because the clutch went, and yeah, okay. It'll make for an interesting video. If I can get one, we'll replace the clutch on it, but can I get one? That's the question. Right, I'm going to pop back into the house, fire up the computer, see what I can find. Back soon, cheers. Right, I've been doing a bit of googling. Now I can get a set of clutch plates for about 18 quid. I can get a complete clutch for about 80 quid. And there's a guy breaking one of these and he'll sell me a complete second-hand clutch for 30 quid. So there are my options. I think what I'm going to do before I order anything at all is I'm going to pull the side of that engine casing off, and let's see what we've got in there. Let's see if we can see if the plates are worn, if there's any broken springs, that sort of thing. Then we'll make a decision as to what we're going to order. But the clutch isn't right. It needs attention. I've come this far. I'm gonna do it. So let me just get this engine warmed up, drain the oil, and then we'll put the camera back on and we'll get the side of that engine off and have a look at the clutch. Back soon. After me coffee. Right, that's the engine nice and warm, and just as well because it's running out of fuel. Now, let's drop this oil, which is a shame because it's new oil, but there you go. Got to do what you got to do. It's not that clean, considering it is relatively new oil. So it's just as well give it a nice flush, won't it? That's not, no lumps of metal on the end of the drain bung, which is good. So we'll just let that drain. While it's doing that, grab a socket. Right, we'll let that drain for a bit and then we'll get it on its side stand to lean it over, make it a little bit easier, and we'll start pulling that side off. Okay, that's the oil drained. So first thing I'm removing here, wrong spanner. First thing I'm removing here with the correct size spanner. No, ain't that bloody size either. Must be a imperial size. 13's too big, 12 too small, but I've got it anyway. So right, kickstart. Next, disconnect that clutch again. Let's move you around there a bit. Let's slacken that adjuster off. There's not a great deal of room in there to actually free that. There we go. Just get that out of the way. Okay, and next, this is probably going to make a bloody mess, even though I have drained the oil out. So I'm going to just go round and loosen them all. It's just occurred to me actually that I'm going to need a gasket, so we better look to see if one of those is available. I'm just going to get a slightly smaller socket, that's a bit bulky to get in there. If this gasket comes off in one piece, I might be able to use some Hylamar or something like that and reuse it, but highly unlikely. Here we go. Well, that might be that. Got a dipstick holding it. Oh, let's kickstart. There we go. Lovely and clean in there. Absolutely lovely and clean. Looks okay. Do you know what? I reckon I might get away with that gasket. Because you know I'm cheap, don't you? I like being cheap. Right. Okay, let's what's that? More to the point, how's it come off? Because it's got to come off to release that clutch. Right, let me grab a screwdriver and a window electric thing to pop that off, and we'll come back. Right, we're back. I don't exactly know what this thing is, but I do know I'm probably going to need an impact to get them out. So I can't see any other way that will come off, so I'm assuming I've got to pull this out. I can't see what it is. Should that be loose like that? Yeah, I don't know. Right. But that's one. There'll be one, definitely, that won't come. Oh, two. I wonder if there's any guys out there right now shouting, "Don't undo that, whatever you do." Things will fly out, and springs and widgets and going to tidy up. Let's just loosen them all, back them all out before we actually commit to removing. So nothing's pinged so far. Okay. I'm hoping that when I do get that clutch off, that clutch pack, they're going to be worn to fuck. Ah, now that looks like a special tool to get that off. A tool that I don't have. So, ignoring that for the time being, let's see if I can wiggle out those clutch plates without actually removing that. And I still don't know what it is. What does that do? I can't see what it connects to in there. I have no idea. Sure, one of you guys will tell me. Right, I've got my little ratchet done. I don't know if this is going to be man enough to undo these, but we'll give it a go. Yeah. Let's take that push rod out. Unless we're going to lose it. I've got absolutely no parts for this at the minute. This is just a voyage of discovery, because I want to see something broken. I want to see the clutch plates worn to fuck. Okay, right, I'm going to pop them in there and leave that in one piece. There's no point taking shit apart that doesn't need taking apart. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I was kind of wondering whether one of them might be broke, but no, they're all intact. I'm going to need to get that off, ain't I? So this is why I took it apart before ordering anything, because I've probably got to order a special tool to undo that, and had I just ordered parts prior to doing that, I wouldn't have known. So I was kind of hoping that that would jiggle out, and I'll be able to wiggle it past that, but that don't look like that's going to be doable. Right, I'm going to quickly pop into the house and do some more googling and just see if that tool is available as well, because quite clearly that is going to be required. Right, I think this job's going to come to an end any second. That tool, it looks like I can get it, but it's about 2 weeks delivery. I've just noticed there's a circlip on here, so I'm going to whip that off. I don't think it'll make a difference. I still don't think we're going to be able to wiggle that out, but it's got to be worth a go, isn't it? Either way, it's got to come off. Knackered old worn pair of circlip pliers really isn't helping. Any better ones? They're just not. They're not cutting the mustard. These ones are going to be any better. Yep, that's got it. Pop that in there. Oh, has that made any difference whatsoever? Oh, the answer, of course, no. It's a pretty shit design, really, isn't it? Right. Okay. We're going to bring it to an end here because basically there's nothing more I can do. I think I'll take a chance, and I really wanted to have a look at those clutch plates before I ordered replacements, but yeah, I think I'll take a chance. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it as like it is. I'm going to order the clutch tool, I'm going to order a set of plates, and we'll slap it back together, see if it makes a difference. Right, on this particular project, see you in about 2 or 3 weeks. For the time being, that's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Bertie Bodgett signing off.